This is the Illuminati card game, created in 1994 through 1995 by Steve Jackson. This card game has predicted many world events, and still to this day predicts things. Let's take a look at this card, Charismatic Leader. It gives power to a chosen fanatic group. Cue in Donald Trump with a fanatical group of patriots. Next we have gun control. This increases the power of all violent government groups by 3 and increases the power of all criminal groups by 1. In 2019 we saw one of the biggest gun bans in US history, further unarming good citizens. And if you think these cards are crazy, part 2 is going to blow your mind. Part 2 of the Illuminati card game. We've looked at the gun control card. Now let's look at the epidemic card. Disaster. This is an attack to destroy any place. With mass job loss and isolation, we are pushed into a state of unrest, ready for the next stage. The next card is Law and Order. This card is used to bolster any conservative group. After the quarantine, they use acts of violence from the police to spark public outrage. This will usher in the Black Activist card, and this helps control any liberal group. This is a catalyst used to start mass protests. And a mass protest is exactly what they were looking for. Do you still think that this is just a card game? Stay tuned for part 3. Part 3 of the Illuminati card game. Now the protest is in full swing. We see Let's Get Organized. This is where black groups and white groups come together to form one group, gaining more power for that single group. Once both groups come together to form one, we see grassroots support. This is to encourage and give power to the newly formed single group, giving rise and setting the stage for the next card, which is upheaval. This pits citizens against police worldwide. This in turn weakens both groups, and giving more power to the people in control. Still not convinced that this is all a plan? Just wait for part 4. Part 4 of the Illuminati card game. So now that we've played the upheaval card and are in full riot, it's time to play Enough is Enough. This card gives power to any one government group by threatening with military aid. Once the troops are on the ground, it gives them the perfect chance to call for emergency powers. This card also gives power for one government group. The charismatic leader has already called for these powers. Foreshadowing for the next card. The next card is martial law. This card gives 10 power to any government. That's more than any other card in the deck. But these are playing cards, right? Or is it all just a game? Thank you, and please consider following. Part 5 of the Illuminati card game. We've already looked at many cards. Now let's look at combined disasters. They have successfully combined 2 disasters with the epidemic card and the coronavirus and a race war. The next card they play is Hail Eris. This card doubles the power of any weird group. And due to the coronavirus, 6ix9ine was released from prison early. He bears a striking resemblance to the card's artwork. Except for in the Illuminati card game, Eris is depicted as a long-haired female. The next card we have is Anarchists Unite. It reads, "It's not law, it's just a good idea." This is to unite many destructive groups, including rival gangs and even Antifa. Are all these cards just good guesses, or are we the ones being played? Part 6 of the Illuminati card game. So now that we have the anarchists united now, it's time to play Don't Forget to Smash the State. This increases any government by 3. This card has been played many times with the smashing of our monuments, and whether you agree or not, it ushers in the next card. Next card is Cycle Gangs. This raises the power of any attempt to destroy another group, and in early June, hundreds of bikers descended on major cities, causing more mayhem. Never thought I would see this next card. Eat the Rich. Carefully orchestrating the media, you create an insane groundswell of anger, blaming the wealthy and powerful for everything. These can't be just coincidences. This can't be just a card game. Part 7 will look at cards that have not been played yet. Part 8 of the Illuminati card game. Let's look at some cards we haven't seen played. The first one is Messiah. This card gives power to any church group. The next one is End of the World. Fanatic groups gain power while the government loses power. The government will answer this with Warehouse 23. This lets you expose a hidden resource, in turn invoking the conspiracy theorists. This card adds to the plot. They will then play Church of Middle America. They'll never get it, even when the saucers are flying overhead. This will kick off a full-on crusade. This card gives power to any church group. Once martial law is declared, it'll give them a chance to play China. This card gives you extra action tokens. These actions will result in World War III. This triples the attack power of any nation. See how this plays out in Part 9. Part 9 of the Illuminati card game. Now that a religious war has started, and World War III is in full swing with China, the next card will be Flying Saucer. This card gives 10 power against any attack and will end World War III, and we will ask for foreign aid. Once an alliance is made, they will quickly play Alien Abduction. This card takes away a personality at any time. Once the personality is taken, a media blitz will occur about how the invaders are not benevolent. We will then look to sufficiently advanced technology. This is where we will be urged to resist the invaders underneath the banner of Earth First. This card is key to creating a one-world government. In the end, the tape runs out. It reads, "When the rapture comes, I'll make 'em wait. Good try, too bad something went wrong." Follow for Part 10.